green. What's going on? Tectonic Edge here, playing some more, well, online they call it Eldrazi Tron. I think this is a little closer to what probably could be called a mono green list, but this is one of the lists from the Pro Tour that I figured I'd try out. A little different from the colorless varieties that we're seeing populate MTGO online, or MTG Online. This one focuses a little bit more on green, because we've got Forest instead of Waste. Running two of those with a Boseiju. Really, the only green card we're looking at is in the sideboard with the Haywire Might, and I do like having the Haywire Might, and of course turning on the Boseiju. We've also got Talismans for that little bit of extra green, and of course the quick play, because we can Urza, or Ugin's Labyrinth into that to do some fun things. None of the Myco synths, so they're not quick running out mana with that interaction, but they are running 4 Talismans, which is interesting. I guess it is just fast mana, because that does turn to Karn and the One Ring, or Trinisphere. So yeah, this build feels like it's focusing a lot on the turn 2 play. Of course, we're running Emrakul Promised End over the new Emrakul as well, so we don't have to run any enablers for discard mechanics. 3 All's Dust, 2 Dismembers for spot removal. Might go, personally, I think I'd go Warping Whale in the current meta, but we're going to run this build straight off the internet. This one went 7-2, and we'll just see how it does. So bear with me in just a second, and we'll get to the match. All right, here we go, and ooh, that's a somewhat interesting hand. That is a turn 2 Karn. I think we keep that. Something else I didn't mention in the deck review. Ooh, Merfolk. Okay, interesting. Is that the new Ripple foil effect? Is that overlay, or that's kind of cool? Interesting. So okay, they've added Ripple foils instead of just regular foils now. First time I've seen that. I don't know how long that's been out. What was I saying? Oh, this. You know what? I drew a Tron land. I probably should have gone for Tron. I was not looking. Anyway, the Assassin's Creed set is now out, and apparently that's modern legal, so we may see some decks pop up playing that. The only card I spotted that looked interesting was the Animus. Of course, I was primarily looking for cards for Tron, so I looked at colorless and green. But yep. There goes that land, because they had second Tide Shaper, and they're probably going to have the Moon. Alright, we're going to go for Slowtron into the All's Dust. Hopefully they're out of Tide Shapers. Good news is this isn't their quickest hand, so we're probably going to get to the point where we can thing. Oh, especially if we draw that. That's 3 mana. Can't do anything this turn. All we have to do is survive this turn, which, if they're going to go straight to combat, we will do handily. Hopefully they're not holding up a counterspell. That would be unfortunate. They have another Tide Shaper. That's unfortunate. Yep. Maybe that's not a ripple foil effect. Maybe that's just some kind of indicator showing. I don't know what it's showing. All right. We have this. We have 6 mana next turn. Does 6 mana save us? Oh. Fortunately not. Probably could have played that differently, though. We could have had extra mana this turn. 1 extra mana wouldn't have done. No, we could have used the Ugin's Labyrinth into the Talisman for 4 mana to play the One Ring. That would have been the move. All right. I'm thinking just a little too slow. I need to speed up my thoughts here and get ahead of these instead of behind them. We're going to draw, pretty much we've got 4 cards to find an answer. We're looking for Power Plant. Or another One Ring. Fuzzy Temple. No, that's still only 6. Come on, One Ring. Kozilek's command. Kozilek's command is interesting. Kozilek's command lets me get rid of... Oh, yes. Okay. We are going to... target this Tide Shaper. Ward 1. Oof. Ward 1. Okay, that changes the math a little bit. We would have just had enough. Alright. So... if that's going to be the case... they're probably going to have a counterspell here, let's be honest. Yep. Alright, that's game 1. I still think we would have lost had we gone the other way. Had we had the Talisman, played that, it would have been the same effect. So, not going to feel too bad about that misplay, but definitely something to remember in the future. 3 was rough. I think if they had only had 2 of those cutting down lands, we might have been able to do something. But 3, no. What do we potentially do? We want the dismembers. We kind of want the flutes. Do we want the brainstones, though? They're a little slow in this format. I think we're pretty set up the way we are, so we're just going to send it. We got to worry because they have a new Merfolk that is essentially a Blood Moon for islands. I don't think they got anything with the Assassin's Creed set. And we get the Disruptor Flute. Trinisphere. But our land base is not looking good. I think on a different Tron land, I would have kept that. Do I keep this? Yes, I keep this. Oh, this is going to be really good. Okay, the Trinisphere delay is going to be very nice here. They're only going to get one, if even one Merfolk out. They could be holding up a counterspell. It is always a possibility here. That's going to buy us some breathing room. They don't have it, which means we're going to get at least 2 turns without them playing anything. I'd rather have the One Ring out here. We do need to draw another land. What's the target? Interesting. And we can cast all his dust next turn. Nice. Oh man, we can no longer cast all his dust next turn. Ooh, that's painful. Is it good though? Can turn on Tron. I think is going to be the right move. Yep. Okay, so that for black. One. Ooh. That does not work the way I want it to. Okay, so in that case, hmm. Now we can get Tron online. Right, all is dust. To play just a little quicker here. Oh, spreading seas. They brought in all the land hate. Luckily, we've got plenty of mana. Let's grab another one. Game Spreading Seas. We got protection from this turn. Four card types. I think we play the Emrakul next turn. They're going to swing at the Karn. And they're going to scoop to the big Emrakul. Awesome. With Spreading Seas being in the deck, do we bring in the Haywire Mites? Somewhat effective. I'm going to keep with the Flute. So an early Trinisphere is massively powerful. That's a... Draw another Labyrinth. Low play. Can't turn 3 it. Set up like this. Just in case we get turn 3 Tron. So the extra mana would cause us to lose control. Right, they're going to go for the stall game. That's fine. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Not what we're going for this game, though. See what they do this turn. I'm not sure I would have played the Tide Shaper there. Unless they just have an abundance of mana. Go for the One Ring because I don't have a way to protect Karn. Oof, yep. Yep. They've gone heavy into the stall game. Sword of Atlantis. And a Dampening Sphere. Yep, that Sacrifice of Merfolk effect is going to be pretty powerful. And they still have Merfolk to put out? Oof. All with Island Walk? Yeah. I think we're toast here. Nothing I can do about the Island Walk, and that's going to be what kills me, especially with a hand of all lands. So yeah, that's going to be game. This deck just happened to have enough answers. Usually Merfolk feels like a pretty strong matchup. They have to find their answers, and if they don't find them, even if they find one or two, we can still run them over. But and just with this build, I don't feel like I've got enough gas right now. I didn't draw what I need. So we're going to scoop up. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Tectonic Edge here, signing out.